Hey guys, so I know I said that the last video was going to be the final video on skincare, but I decided to add one more. And this video is for the smokers out there. Now in the last video, I said that smoking is bad for your skin and that you shouldn't smoke. And that's good advice. I stand by that advice. But I was thinking about it and I realized that it's not really that helpful. I mean, smoking is an addictive and deeply ingrained habit that often lasts for years and decades and lifetimes. And you know smoking is bad for you. But let's face it, if you're a smoker, you're not going to stop smoking just because I said it's bad for your skin. I mean, I hope you do, but probably odds are you're not. And my job here is not to judge you or to tell you how to live your life or any of that. My job is to make you a better looking guy. And if you're a smoker, then damn it, I'm going to make you the best looking smoker you can be. So with that in mind, in this video, I'm going to expand on what we started in the last video, and I'm going to give you a couple tips for how to minimize skin damage from smoking. I don't know that you can prevent it, but you can definitely take steps to reduce and to minimize that skin damage. With that said, let's first go over how and why smoking is bad for your skin. And then I'll tell you some things you can do to help minimize each of those things. Okay? The most important thing to realize is that smoking damages your skin primarily by narrowing your arteries for up to 90 minutes after a cigarette, which reduces your blood flow. And what that does is it reduces the amount of oxygen and nutrients that your blood can carry to your skin. So what this means is that your skin over time gets a little bit starved of certain nutrients, including vitamin C and oxygen. And this can lead to skin that looks as an overall more blotchy or uneven skin tone, skin that is thinner and less elastic than normal skin, skin that is more prone to wrinkles, and skin that is drier, rougher, and less moisturized looking. For an example of just how much of a difference this can make in your skin, just Google smoker twins and you'll see pictures like this one. These are identical twins, born identically at birth, one of whom smokes and one of whom does not. And this shows you really just exactly how much damage smoking is really doing to your skin, to your appearance, because these women should look the exact same. The other main way that smoking damages your skin is by it contains over 4,000 different chemicals that can lead to damage of your skin's collagen and elastin, which are, think of them like the fibers in your skin that make your skin soft and pliable. So the chemicals can cause damage that again leads to breakdown of the building blocks of your skin. Smokers may be more likely to get age spots from the sun. These are little blotches of darker skin tone. This is, I'd say, partially because smoking makes your skin more vulnerable to the sun by depleting it of vitamin C, which helps to protect your skin against UV rays. There's another, I'd call it a secondary cause of skin damage, which is not really damage per se, but when you smoke, you end up puckering your mouth a lot to hold the cigarette with your lips. And by doing this repetitive motion over and over many years, this can lead to new wrinkles around your mouth. People call this the smoker's pucker. Here's a pretty obvious example of smoker's pucker. This is similar to the idea of smile lines, which are tiny wrinkles by your eyes that supposedly come from smiling a lot. Here you can see this is Bradley Cooper, and he's smiling, which causes some lines to form around his eyes. Smiling a lot over the course of your lifetime can lead to little wrinkles at the sides of your eyes right here. Now the reason that these two things happen, smoker's pucker and smile lines, is just that when you do a repetitive motion over and over with your skin, over time it can start to lead to wrinkles. Smile lines are, in my opinion, a sign that you've lived a good life. Smoker's pucker kind of reminds me of a mean old lady at a casino, but that's just my opinion. Smoking, the next negative effect is that smoking obviously has negative effects on your teeth and your gums. We're going to talk more about how to improve your smile in a future section of the program, but I'll talk about this as it relates to smoking here in this video. Smoking can lead to yellowing of the fingers and fingernails where you hold the cigarette. Smoking can also contribute to hair loss, again by reducing circulation and starving your hair roots of oxygen and vital nutrients. And the final thing smoking does to decrease your attractiveness is it stinks, literally. I mean, when you smell like smoke, a lot of non-smokers just don't like that. Some people, I know some women who hate the smell so much that they absolutely refuse to date smokers and don't even like to be around smokers after they've smoked and still have that lingering smell of smoke on them. Okay, so you look at this list and you might think, damn, that's a lot of bad stuff. Well, not to worry, because we're going to go through this list one by one, and you're going to learn what you can do to minimize each of these negative effects, aside from the best thing you can do to avoid these problems, which of course is to stop smoking. First, as far as blood flow is concerned, doing cardio exercise is one of the best things you can do to improve your circulation and help keep your skin nourished with oxygen and nutrients. Cardiovascular exercise gets your blood flowing throughout your body, and it also is great for your heart. It strengthens your heart, which of course is what circulates your blood in the first place. Another thing that we already mentioned was drinking water. Drinking water actually has an effect on your blood volume because it increases the amount of liquid in your body, which is related also to your blood pressure and your blood flow. And finally, another real easy thing you can do to help improve circulation is to just put your feet up. This makes it so that your body doesn't have to work as hard to get the blood in your feet back up to your heart, and it can sort of better circulate the blood throughout your body. So it might not be a bad idea to bring a footstool at work or something like that, somewhere where you can put your feet up kind of a little bit more on a more regular basis. Next, as far as reducing those harmful chemicals, here are a few things that I would suggest. First, try to eat a lot of antioxidants, which you can get from green and white tea, fruits and vegetables, red wine, coffee, etc. I recommend getting antioxidants from whole foods rather than supplements. One supplement I do recommend, though, is N-acetylcysteine, which is a great supplement because it's a precursor to and it increases your glutathione levels. And glutathione is really like a super powerful, it's like the master antioxidant in your body, and it really helps to prevent and reduce that oxidative damage. Using the vitamin C serum, as I recommended earlier, is another great way to get antioxidant protection and to get it specifically on the surface of your skin. And finally, if you want to get really crazy, you can use some detoxification products. And a lot of those detox products, in my opinion, are scams. They don't really do anything. But some of these actually do work. And one that I recommend is activated charcoal. And what that does is it helps to bind to and soak up some of the toxins in your system. Next, as I said, smoking depletes your body of vitamin C, which makes your skin more vulnerable to the sun, which can lead to premature age spots and sunspots. So this reversing this damage is pretty simple. You want to take vitamin C supplements. You should also eat a healthy diet with lots of high vitamin C foods, of course. But the supplement here is the quick and easy way to replace the vitamin C, which is one nutrient that smoking specifically depletes your body of. And again, use the vitamin C serum because that's going to help protect your skin against UV rays. And on top of the serum, definitely use sunscreen if you're going to be outside for a while. Now, as far as smoker's pucker is concerned, that's a tough one. I'd say mainly try not to pucker your mouth too hard when you're smoking. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it's probably the best thing you can do to avoid it. You also might want to avoid using straws too often because drinking out of a straw kind of mimics that same movement of your mouth. And if you smoke and you drink out of a straw, then you're just going to be increasing that repetitive motion of your skin. Otherwise, I would just say to follow a good skincare routine like the one that I recommend in this program to help keep the skin around your mouth healthy, moisturized, and in good shape. As for your teeth and your gums, this is pretty simple. Brush, floss, and use teeth whitening products. Another thing you can do is to use mouthwash more often during the day to help counter some of the negative effects of smoking on your gums. And also, of course, see your dentist every 6 months or so. Now, as far as those yellow stains on your hands and your fingers, this is another tough one because, I mean, I could say wear gloves when you smoke, but I mean, that's not very realistic. I would suggest that you make a few changes to the way that you hold the cigarette and try to hold the cigarette away from your fingers as much as possible. But hold the hot part of the smoke of the cigarette. So the part that's actually lit, if you keep your fingers farther away from that part of the cigarette as much as possible, hold it closer to where you put it into your mouth. And I would also consider not smoking it all the way down to the filter. Leave a little bit of extra room so that the lit part of the cigarette doesn't come quite so close to your fingers. Can help reduce that yellowing of your fingers and your nails. And one last thing that I could recommend is looking for an exfoliating hand wash to help remove a little bit of that stuff from your hands on a regular basis to kind of help exfoliate some of that yellowed skin on your hands. Next, as far as the hair loss component, now smoking contributes to hair loss mainly, as I said, by restricting your blood flow. So the first thing I'd recommend is to follow the suggestions that I gave you earlier in this video for improving your circulation. Now in the next section of this program, I'm going to give you quite a few good tips on hair loss in general, which you should also listen to and follow. Chances are, if smoking is exacerbating your hair loss, you're probably losing some hair anyway, and the smoking is just making it worse. So if this is something that bothers you, then definitely check out the next section of the program. And finally, the smell. Probably the easiest thing is to just smoke outside where there's a breeze, because this will minimize any smell in the first place. The smoke won't be kind of lingering around you. It'll be blown away and it just won't stick to you as much. Another easy tip is to just take some gum or mints in your pocket to help get rid of that smell right after having the cigarette. And finally, I know that some guys will try to cover up this smell with cologne or something. And that's okay to an extent, but just be careful there because the mixture of all those fragrances can be super potent and super gross, especially if the smoke smell mixes in with the cologne smell. Feel free to use a little cologne, just don't go overboard and don't try to cover up a strong smell of smoke, because the two are just going to kind of mix and you're going to just smell way too strong. Okay guys, and that's it for skincare for smokers. Hop on over to the next section of the program now, which is all about your hair. See you there.